People don't seem to believe this, so I'm going to try again. The police Channel 1 recordings during the JFK assassination were recorded, as they routinely were, and prior to the assassination and during the assassination, for a period of a little over 2 minutes, there was radio interference caused by an open microphone on one of the motorcycles. Coincidentally, during the assassination, transmissions on Channel 1 can't be heard because of this. But if you listen to the recording very carefully, then you can hear that there is speech on there, even if maybe you can't understand it. And I'm going to give an example here of one that I found and which I have deciphered, at least to my satisfaction. But I'm going to show you where you can go find it yourself if you like. This is a recording of the Dick to Belt recording available on YouTube, and you can go listen to it yourself if you like. And at 12:21 on that recording, you can hear this. My video editor has some crude audio functions available, and so I use that to try to decipher that, because when I first heard that, I didn't understand what it was, what it said. I understood that it was speech, but I couldn't hear what he said. So I isolated the audio clip. And then, to make it easier to work with and more possible to work with because of the limitations of my program, I saved it individually as a file, as a WAV file. And then I performed two audio functions, two audio effects on it. One was noise reduction, and the other was I used the graphic equalizer to emphasize what I perceived to be the vocal range on the recording. Then, after saving that file, I put it in the new saved file into my program again. And sometimes I find that by changing the speed a little bit, and sometimes by allowing the pitch to change with the speed, sometimes not doing that. Usually I slow things down to make them more audible, but on this one it seems to work better to me by speeding it up. I can't read. I think I sped it up to 115% of original speed, and I allowed the pitch to change with the higher speed. And when I get it sounding as good as I think I can, and I've done it differently before and I came up with a better result than I did just now, but nonetheless I can hear what it says, because I already know, because I've spent a lot of time listening to this. It says, alas the past president. And I don't know if you, my dear gentle viewer, can hear that either, or hear that too, but I think if you spend enough time on it, you will hear what it says. So, without getting into exactly how they did it here, what's going on is this radio interference is being created in an attempt to prevent the communications in Dealey Plaza, using walkie-talkies, from being recorded at the radio center where the Dick to Belt receiver is. It's a little complex to explain how they did that, but that's the point. This interference was created so that the assassins in Dealey Plaza could communicate with each other without being heard or recorded at the police station. And what's going on here? Alas, the past, and a pause, president. Well, I think this is a guy who is on the motorcade route very near to Dealey Plaza, and this is the signal for the people in Dealey Plaza to get ready. that this is a predetermined thing. He is to say president at the time that the presidential limousine is at his location. And that's why he says, alas, the past, and pauses, and then says president right when JFK is in front of him, I believe. And if you look at this, you can see a minute and 8 seconds later, JFK is shot. So I think the idea here was to give this word 1 minute before the shooting was to commence.